Hello, my name is Representative Pam Powers-Hanley, and I represent LD9 in Tucson in the Arizona House. Well, this video is about SB 1268, which is the annual Republican takedown of the unions, because who wants unions, right? They might help the workers out. They might negotiate good contracts. They might actually get better wages for people. So anyway, this is the annual attack on the unions. And so 1268 is similar to a bill that we heard last year in 2020 in regulatory affairs. And this year, 1268 was heard in Commerce on March 23rd. And so it's brought forth again by the same guy. He's a small business owner. He is not a union member. He doesn't belong to a union. He doesn't employ union members. His business is processing paychecks. And he says he sees the benefits and how much the businesses are paying and how much the workers are paying, and he seems to think that the workers could get a better deal. And at least 3 or 4 times during testimony, he said that he sells insurance, right? And so this bill would require lots of extra record keeping by the unions, and it would be duplicative. They're already doing it. The guy who brought this bill forward claimed that union members don't know what their benefits are and it's not itemized on their pay stub. Well, this turned out to be a lie, because a constituent sent to me a de-identified copy of her pay stub, which clearly showed her current costs for her health insurance, or dental, or vision, and things for her kids. And then it showed the year-to-date cost. And then down at the bottom, it clearly showed the deduction for her union dues. And so she also sent me a page out of the contract that everybody gets, and that also clearly shows what the deal is that the union members are getting. So his argument was based on, a bogus claim, basically. The other thing that is in this bill is that it would allow union members to opt out of the union negotiated health insurance. Well, I grew up in a household with 2 union negotiated health insurance plans that my parents, talked about, and so I was very familiar with this. And in my opinion, a union negotiated health insurance plan is going to be about the best deal you're going to get. And so the idea that, this would allow union members to opt out of the union insurance, this destabilizes the system on purpose. The unions negotiate these deals based on a volume discount because they have multiple members. And so if you let people go out and buy something, like, for example, from the guy who brought this bill forward, he's saying, oh, well, everybody knows you can get insurance for $400. Well, you know what? That's going to be a junk insurance plan. That's going to be a plan that doesn't cover anything, that's not comprehensive. And what you're going to get with that union plan is a comprehensive plan. So when I was growing up, my dad was a member of the United Steelworkers, and he was also a contract negotiator for his local union. My mom, on the other hand, worked for another unionized factory in the office, and she was the benefits manager. She was the person you went to see if an operation was going to be covered, or what your insurance covered, or what your plan was, and things like that. So both of them, one from the union side and the other from the management side, were involved in contract negotiations. Mom was pulling the records out of the file cabinets and out of her Rolodex to show the company what they had paid and what the benefits were and what the union was asking for. My dad, working for a different company, was negotiating those contracts on behalf of the union members. So the idea that union members don't know what their benefits are, I think, is a ridiculous argument. I grew up hearing about the contract. My dad was one of those guys that kept a contract book in his back pocket. And if a question came up, he goes, what's in the contract? And he would look it up. I'm assuming that union members have an electronic version maybe of that now. But the idea that they don't know what's going on and their union is not in communication with them, I think, is a bogus argument. And 1268 is an unnecessary, evil bill to attack union membership. And now more than ever, people need unions to stand up for them.